Okay. Hi, everybody. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave those worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave those worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Hi, everyone.
Hello. We had the late start due to our normal technical difficulties where the phone didn't want to stream, and it's very touchy.
So hopefully we have sound. That's happened a couple times. Hopefully you can hear us
And see us.
and see us. And tonight we've had a long day. We've already done a gig in Tyler, and last week we went to down by Huntsville, and we posted the concert from Pumpkin, Texas. That's where we were, and that was the end of our time there. The next day, Jim started getting sick, and
Yep.
so it was an all D all the time show today, except for when he did some instrumentals, and so his voice isn't quite there. So we're not going to do a whole bunch of music tonight. So we just want to talk to you a little and do one song. However, it is a new song.
I think you need to back up a little bit because it looks like your whole face is in shadow. And
Okay.
The only light we have is from, so
Is that better?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
So where was I?
Pumpkin, Texas, and
So
then
we
I
went
got
down
sick.
to Pumpkin. We did the concert. We had a great time. He started getting the sniffles on the way, the day we came back, and then he's kind of been just trudging through, not
week.
feeling good for the last
I haven't
week.
done much this week, really.
But we did work on one of the songs. We've been having a good time. This last week was the second time we've gone down. Our objective is to get away from all the
The have-tos.
have-tos.
Yeah.
And really more than that, to get in a different kind of a frame of mind. And it was so weird because for the second time in a row, it took us like 2 days
Yeah.
to kind of shift gears and get into a different frame of mind where it wasn't all about, hurry, get done, how much you can get done, where I gotta go, and all this stuff. And it's amazing how we just get in the mindset and And I don't know if it's because of our age. I don't know if when we were younger we were not so entrenched in kind of an administrative mindset. But it's been really good. And so when we're down there 5 days, that means that about midway through the second day, we feel like we're about ready to pull our hair out, like we've lost all our creativity and nothing's ever going to happen. And then something shifts and we start kind of just start loosening up and things start flowing a little better.
Yeah, we our original plan, and I don't know whether how close we'll come to this. Our original plan was try to come up this year with basically 50 new songs, a song a week. Take a couple days off for Christmas, I guess. I don't know, but try to get 50 songs this year. I don't know how many we've done so far, but I think this time we got three new ones or 4 new ones. Three new ones.
And we got the beginnings of 4 new ones the week before that.
A month before, you mean?
The month before that, yeah.
So we've got some songs that we've started and working on, and but we're just not like everybody else. I have a hard time being satisfied, and when we started working on some of these songs, the one we're going to do tonight, I'm going to try. I just wrote it. We just finished it up yesterday or something, and I don't know if I can play it or not. I do that sometimes. I write things I can't play, and then I have to practice until I can learn them. So we're going to try that tonight. But what happened is we started to work on songs. It came an idea that we should write a story, and that these songs should go with a story. And so that...
Well, to kind of embellish that a little bit, we have always loved the idea of songs that tell a story. Not just songs that are preachy.
Well, you can say that in a minute. What I was going to say is the point is, because we started working on something else, I don't know whether we'll be able to write 50 songs and a story. But the idea, you can say what you're going to say in a second, but the idea of this one is that it'll be not like The Selfish Giant, which is rock opera. It will be more like a story that we'll have to narrate and then play some songs that embellish the story. And so we got 3 or 4 of those songs, and I don't know how, I can't say whether we got a quarter of the story, half the story, I don't know, because stories just take on a life of their own. We don't know how long the story is going to end up being.
And
but anyway, you were saying.
The story is just going to be a short story.
Sure.
I was just going to say that, well, kind of lost my train of thought there, but one day we were, I think it was the middle of the second day, we were sitting at the picnic table. Jim had the guitar. I was looking through notebooks trying to figure out what to work on.
And I'm sitting there waiting for her, and I just kind of went. When I got to about here, she said, "Oh, what's that?" I said, "I don't know. I'm just making it up." And so from there, I kept on working on the chords, and she kept. I don't know what you did, but it took us a couple days to get through the structure and most of the song. But we finished it up yesterday, I think.
And so then our plan was, well, if we do this, if we go down there and work on kind of larger projects and don't get anywhere, then on Fridays we'll just do what we did years and years ago with Every Day's a New Day, sit down and hammer something out in 15 minutes.
Well, no, what she's referring to is when 1974, I guess. For those of you that know anything about our history, the first kids record we did was called Agape Land. And what had happened was Dee and I kept hounding the director, telling him we wanted to do a kids record, and he didn't want to do any kids records. But we begged and pleaded, and we asked him for a 4 or 5 days off when we were in Minnesota at a place called Gospel Ranch. And so just to pacify us, he said, yeah, go. And what had happened is we had started working on a kids record, and I wasn't satisfied. We had some songs, and we had recorded probably 4 or 5 songs already before we had to leave to go on tour. And so when we got to, as we were thinking it over, I kept saying, we need to do something different. I don't want to just string a bunch of songs together like this. So we went down and stayed at a house at a friend of ours, and who wasn't home. So we just had this house with a piano and a guitar in there. And we started looking at what we had, and that's what we said. We said, well, look, we don't have to be home back until, was it Saturday or Friday or whatever day it was, end of the week sometime. I said, let's just take the first 4 days and see if we can come up with something that's a little more coherent, something more that we really like, and if not, then, because I did intend, I said I want to string the songs together with something in between them, not just play a bunch of songs like a normal album. So we started working on it, and we got into the flow, and we dumped most of the songs we'd already recorded, and we ended up writing I guess all but two of the songs were already there, and then we wrote the rest, and we wrote all the narration. We got a little cassette. I don't know if you guys remember these little cassette players about this big, and you could record on them, and so we just kind of did a mock run through of the album, and then took it up and showed it to the director and what was Larry's title, assistant director, whatever his title was, and then they got it. They got the idea, and so we did the first Agape Land record.
But the first song on that album was a song that we thought was going to be a throwaway.
Yeah, I think we've played this song on the show before. It was we were in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, at the Klondike days, and the director came up to us and said, hey, we need to do it. We're going to be here for 10 days, so you need you guys to write a song based on the theme of the fair that year. And they had different themes each year. This particular year, the theme was Every Day's a New Day. So he told us that when we got there the first day. We got there the day before the fair started. So the next morning we got up and we're getting ready to go over to the fair, because we'd start playing at noon, and then we'd play at 12, and to 12:15, then we'd take a break, then we'd go 12:30 to 12:45. So we'd do 15 minutes every half hour till midnight. And so we got up in the morning and went, oh, I forgot we're supposed to have the song. So we just...
We're late.
And we're late. So I just sit down, and it took us literally, it couldn't have taken us more than 10 or 15 minutes to write the song Every Day's a New Day. And my thinking was, I am not going to knock myself out and put a bunch of time and effort into a song we're going to sing for 10 days, and then it's a throwaway, and then no one will ever hear it again.
But what do you know?
I'm just telling them.
It ended up being a song that we sang the whole rest of the tour, and then it got on the first Agape Land album.
Yeah, then when we did the Agape Land album, we had some songs with having to do with days, like It's a Happy Day and A Rainy Day. And
so sometimes you can agonize over a song, and it's hard work, and you work on it for days and weeks or even months, and finally it comes together and you're happy with it. And other times you just kind of like throw something out there, and what do you know?
So we tied all the songs on Agape Land together by theming them on bound days. I don't know why we're telling that story, but... Well,
because when we were down here the second time and we were having a hard time getting going, we said, well, okay, if we're gonna go into this trying to write story songs, or trying to write stories that have songs like musicals or whatever, that's pretty ambitious. If we come down here and spend the whole week doing something and don't make enough progress, then we can just take Friday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We can just take Friday and just do the Every Day's a New Day thing, and just like
say, okay, here's a new
grab
song.
some lyrics that never did anything, and just throw some stuff together, and maybe one of them will be worth something.
And I think we almost did that with one of the songs. I don't remember how it goes. I recorded it, so we got it. But
yeah, one of them came really quick.
Yeah, you had some lyrics that were already pretty much finished, and it just took me a few minutes to come up with the chords and the melody, and it's still okay, but I don't know how it'll prove out in the long run. But
yeah.
So, as you can tell, I don't have much of a voice here.
Mm-hmm. So, I know we've only been going a little over 10 minutes. It's been a long day. It's been a long week, and we're really excited. We got to kind of be a panel at a college age kids Bible study thing last night, and that is the most fun we had. That we told those kids it's more fun than doing music, is to just be with kids that love God and have a bunch of questions, and just
what are these, like college age kids?
College age kids, yeah. And so we stayed up a little late last night, and so everything's a little bit mellow tonight.
Our show was kind of mellow this afternoon too, but yeah, no. Last night was a lot of fun with our pastor, who was here
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Tim, that played piano out there with us. He's been doing this for a while. He's of course the pastor of our church, but at the Methodist church up the road, there's these young people that just have a real hunger for God. So they just asked him if he would come over one night, and they had some questions. And so that's what happens. He goes over there, and they just start asking questions. And last night, or yesterday afternoon, even though they canceled a worship team practice, which was good because I didn't feel like going and playing. I was really not feeling well. But Tim texts. I guess he doesn't call, does he? He texts, and he asks us, could we take this?
Yeah, he had a gig. And
he had a gig, so he was going to be out.
So could we go over and field the questions for the college?
Yeah, so we did
class.
that. It was great fun. I tried to make them talk by asking them a question, but they just gave real quick, short answers, and then one guy this other guy pulls out his little piece of paper about this big, and he's twisting around looking. Yeah, I got like 5 questions here. And so we got through his first one, and then somebody asked another one, and then the next thing you know, it was 10 o'clock. So.
Yep. So we're old and we're tired.
So.
But we're the song we're gonna sing tonight is not a story song, but
well, sort of.
It's kind of an intro. Kind of a setup song for when we do stories, either story songs
well, did
or
we mention that's what we
song.
started writing a story? Or did you get cut off before you?
Yeah, I don't think we told that part.
You need to tell that part then. Because
So,
I was worried we weren't going to have enough songs, and that's what I say. We may not end up with enough songs, but we might end up with some stories as well. So I'll try to satisfy myself with that.
there's this one song that we do that seems really random, because it seems like a scene, but you don't know what it's a scene from. And
you will.
Yeah, now you do.
Oh,
so it's a song we wrote long ago. We actually wrote it to be part of the play Nathaniel the Grublet. Don't think it was ever used for the play, but we always liked the song, so we hung on to it and kept it for ourselves. And we play it from time to time, but it's always been sitting there like a scene out of something bigger. So while we're down there this last week, we decided to use that song as a jumping off place, and maybe by next week Jim will be able to sing it.
Well, anyway, so we started brainstorming on ideas, springing off from there. And did this song have any beginnings before that, or did we just do it?
Well, I had some lyrics that I found in an old journal that had just the very smallest nugget of what this song
it wasn't what we
would
have
be.
now.
Right, and so anyway, want to go ahead and sing this song?
Okay.
This is what I would call an intro to a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Right.
And as I said, we just now printed out the lyrics for the first time, and we are going to attempt it. I have no.
We kind of have a melody. I mean, it's going to be a little rough.
Yeah, this may be the song, or it may go through some changes, and we'll see whether I can play it or not. Squeaky chair.
Once upon a time, that's how the stories start. So did yours and mine, though years and miles apart. Frogs and fairies do their best to find the key and pass the test, but wicked queens with magic beans steal away their hearts. You will find a story there in every face. Every life is questing to find that magic place. Every girl a princess, every boy a prince, every choice a journey in search of happiness. Happy ever after, That's what the stories say. Dragons, knights, and magic words, and dangers on the way. All is lost and turned to ice, then suddenly a sacrifice. The sleeper wakes, the curse it breaks, and love is won the day. You will find a story there in every face. Every life is questing to find that magic place. Every girl a princess, every boy a prince. Every choice a journey in search of happiness. Once upon a time, that's how the stories start. So did yours and mine, though years and miles apart. There you have it.
Okay. That's our little fairy tale song. Once upon a time.
Alright guys, well hopefully there will be more songs to follow, and I think I'm gonna start looking for some guests to bring along, so we'll have some guests in the future, I hope, and some new songs to share. And tonight,
sorry I wasn't feeling good, but that's all I
we're
got.
gonna go let Jim take a nap now, and
climb into my recliner.
by next week we hope he'll have his voice back again. Alright everyone, good night.
Thank you.